We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners.
Click, click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back. Guys, this is going to be a fun show, man. It's been a slow time, so we got to bring up some stuff, right? It's time to start predicting some way too early predictions, man. That's how we're going to break it all down for you guys. But before we do, we have to get into a couple of formalities. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we're going live on YouTube, guys. All right, we're going to be bringing some shows back to you guys with a little bit more regularity, so make sure you guys are strapped in, okay? Thank you guys for being patient with us. Give us a follow on a couple of our social media platforms. We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are nothing but the number 9 ERS. Again, that is nothing but 9 ERS on Twitter and Snapchat. We have Facebook and Instagram as well. Those handles are spelled all the way out. It is nothing but Niners. Words, no numbers, spaces in between. Find us, request us. We will add you, okay? Here we have a website for you guys. It is www.nothingbutniners.com. That is going to be your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers from us here at Nothing But Niners. You guys can even do the shopping there, okay? There's a shop tab now on nothingbutniners.com. If you don't want to do that and you want to go straight to the shopping site, that's cool with us also, guys. ShopNBNiners.com is the place to be. You have questions, comments, concerns, you want to shoot us an email, we appreciate those things. Hit us up, NB9ERS at nothingbutniners.com. I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL, and my guy over here on this side is 49ers Breezy. That's with the IE. What's going on, Playboy?
What's good, man? Feels good to be back, man. You know what I'm saying? We've taken a long hiatus from the show. A lot of stuff is going on in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to be back, man, talking about the 49ers, man. And definitely would love to kick off the show with I guess, the latest news from the 49ers camp. The simple fact that we can't go to camp, right? So our guys can't report to the office. And it's funny to me. And I was talking to my man. I did a podcast earlier, just on the world on one of our fan shows, and we were talking about the world, and he brought this up, and I was like, "Oh snap, yo, how is it that the San Francisco 49ers can't go to camp?" And that's due to the city laws, the state laws, right? And the NFL banned the 49ers, banned any NFL team from traveling anywhere else to practice as well. Like, so, a little conspiracy to start off the 2020 season, don't you think?
Hey, man, they got a gun for us because they know we the top dogs this year, man. They know exactly what it is. You know, when the season ended and the dust settled, the Niners fell short, right?
Right.
But the Chiefs lost some key acquisitions, and the Niners are getting a bunch of their top guys back. That IR list is going to be pretty. So, you know, the league is like, damn, man, how can we help out the other 31 teams that this team is going to be playing against? Let's try to give these guys a little bit of a head. Now, let me stop playing, man. You know, Shanahan addressed that. He did discuss it in his presser. And he said it was really just meetings right now, so he wasn't too concerned. He said if the guys were actually out there and practicing, physically practicing, he would say that it was an unfair advantage. But at this point, it's more about meetings and getting their hands on guys instead of physically being out there and practicing. So we'll see what happens as the time gets closer, man. Hopefully things open up over there in Santa Clara. But in the meantime, those guys are out there just kind of, you know,
they working
on Zoom.
Hey, I'm watching individual workouts. I don't think there's one player that I've physically seen on camera working out harder than our man KB, bro. And I don't think he's doing it to put out videos of likes, because some of his clips be like 5, 6, 7 seconds. The last clip I posted to this kid running his route with his footwork, like the feet were like, talk about quick feet, man. I do quick feet. I'll be like, do. He was quick at it. Break, cut. I'm like, yo, this kid, man. And we talked about it on the show. Is he a number 2, 3, 4, 5? From the way it looked, this kid trying to be a number one. Okay, so that's just the way it looked. I've never seen, wide receivers working out to get better to be a number 2 or number 3 or number 5. Am I right or am I right?
No, he should definitely be playing as if he should be working as if he wants to be the number one guy. He should absolutely be working that way. And that's what we see from him, he's been really, really impressive in his workouts and all. And, you hope that it translates to on the field production. You hope that we see a step up for him. He's been Mr. Steady Eddie, Mr. Consistency, Mr. Healthy, Mr. Available for this team. He's one of few receivers that I think everybody missed a game other than him and Richie James, right? Like, what receiver played all 16 for the Niners last year other than him and Richie?
They played, both of them played all the games, bro.
Right. I mean, I know Pettis was active, I believe, all 16, but he didn't really do much. But, KB is out there working hard. Now, in some other workout news, because we're talking about KB and the wide receivers, I was doing a show last night, and people were telling me, damn, I turned it down too. People were telling me that Pettis putting on some weight. Now,
I got to see this kid, man.
I don't know where to find it. Man. I've been looking, trying to see it somewhere, trying to get a sneak peek behind the curtain, but I don't see it anywhere. Listen,
if anybody spot any Pettis videos, just slide into my DMs, yo. Pause. It's so easy. No, for real. I really want to see. I really want to see Pettis, man. Mike and I keep telling y'all, man, don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised if this kid balls till his wheels fall off in 2020, man. Like,
hey, by the way, shout out to our Twitch community. All right.
All right.
That's something that we are broadcasting on. We are stepping into that realm. We in the beginning of the show, we always talk about, the Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. Periscope, we're on there too. Shout out to the Twitch community. We are stepping into that over there, man. So shout out to you guys. If this is your first time watching us over there on Twitch, we are a 49ers podcast here, a video cast. So that's what we're bringing to you guys. It's all about NFL and specifically the 49ers. So that's that. People love to hate on these guys, man. Breezy, who's the guy? There was a big question on my show last night about which 6 or 7 wide receivers I would keep. Okay. And I hate to put you on the spot, but I love to put you on the spot because you think good on your toes. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you that same question. Now, let me tell you, when I ran down this list the first time, I stopped at 6 and I had left off Jalen Hurd by mistake. Okay. So you got to keep in mind the guys who were on IR last year, the people we've drafted, people we picked up, maybe that some names or something. So try to give me. I'm gonna do the same thing. They asked me 6 or 7. So if you get down to 6 and you're like, damn, there's one more, throw them in there for that 7th roster spot because we have an extra couple of spots on the roster this year anyway. Let me know who you think. Now, this isn't who's number 1 receiver, who's number 2. Just give me your 7. I'm not gonna make you try to put them in any kind of order.
All right, so I'm gonna type as I say them, right? So Debo, Ayuk, Bourne, Hurd, Taylor. What's that? 6?
That's 5.
That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What's Pettis?
That's 6.
And then my 7th receiver is going to be that rookie.
Jennings.
Jaywan. Yep.
Jawan Jennings. Okay. It's I believe the only difference that we had in ours, I had Ayuk, Bourne, Hurd, Jennings, Pettis, Samuel. My thing was this, man. All right, let me do that back. Let me do that again. I had Ayuk, Bourne, Hurd, Jennings, Pettis, Samuel. Oh, damn. And I think I had Trent Taylor. In there. So I'm not sure that we have any differences.
So
I didn't have Richie James making the team, man.
Me neither. And Trent Taylor is the wild card piece, depending on health. So if Taylor doesn't make the team, then I'm probably I'm gonna take Travis Benjamin.
Nah, Benjamin's not making this roster, bro.
I'm just saying, if Taylor doesn't make the team, I think he makes it over Richie James. I know it sounds crazy, but I think he makes it over Richie James.
Right.
And I think Ayuk is going to do a lot. I think Ayuk, we're going to see him returning. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see him just all over the field as the wide receiver. You're going to see him running out of the backfield. As far as Kendrick Bourne, we already know where he stands. As far as Jalen Hurd, I think Jalen Hurd is the wild card piece. So, man, there's so many things they could do with Jalen Hurd. I just can't wait to see him on the football field from his physicality perspective and everything like that. Pettis is out of all these players. I don't know what I can't say this because I would say he was probably the best route running of the wide receivers out of on this list until maybe this season when we see Ayuk and Debo and those guys come out here. All right.
Hey, let me ask you this question before we move on from this, right? Does this team need to keep both Trent Taylor and Kendrick Bourne?
They're different, though.
Are they?
So we have them both lined up in the slot, right?
While you're answering that, we're gonna bring Tony in also. I didn't mean to cut you off. So
yeah, no problem.
Keep it running there. Tony is here. He needs a couple of seconds to get ready, but when he's ready, he'll give us a thumbs up and we'll pop him in here. But go ahead. So I'm asking you, and we're gonna ask Tony the same thing. Give us his 7 wide receivers or 6 if he only has 6. But I want to know, do we need both Kendrick Bourne and Trent Taylor?
The thing I like about Trent Taylor is that he's very good at getting open. And he's very good at creating separation. Therefore, on your 3rd and 2s, your 3rd and 3s, this cat can run quick outs, quick slants, things like that, and really pick up those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and shorts. But when you got a 3rd and long, Trent Taylor can't be in the game because the way Kendrick Bourne runs that route, it's almost perfect. It's like at the stick, I make one move, catch it, and I might get an extra. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I say they're different. I know they both play in the slot, but they're just they play it differently, man. And because of that, I think you keep both. Plus, Taylor is good in the punt return game.
Okay.
Kendrick Bourne is not.
Now, here's the thing, though. Taylor is, I'll say it. He's exclusively a slot guy. I understand that he lined up outside a couple of snaps, right? But that doesn't make him an outside guy. He is a slot guy.
Correct.
In this system. Bourne moves all over the place. He moves X, Y, and Z. Like he's not just restricted to one spot, man. And I know you were talking about the return stuff for Taylor. I mean, for Taylor, but the Niners ain't gonna put him out there. He's Mr. Glass. They're not going to put him back. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. I sound like I'm hating on him. They're not going to put him back there. You have guys on this team that can do it. Guys trying to earn a spot. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Pettis trying to return again this year in the offseason. Brandon Ayuk is a hell of a return man. Reed, wasn't it Reed that was
DJ Reed,
return man also? So there's a bunch of different options that we have there. So that's what we're talking about here. Let me get my guy Tony in here. There he is. He's on mute. We can't hear him, but he's there. What's going on, bro?
What's up, guys? Someone wants to say hi real quick.
There's the babies. What's going on, Ant?
What's up, man?
Say hi. Say what's going
Niners.
on. Say go Niners.
Go Niners.
That's my man right there. Let's
go,
go,
buddy.
Baby.
Go upstairs.
Let's
I'll be up in a couple minutes, Ant.
All right, so Tony, man, this is the topic of discussion here, man. I'm going to put you on the spot. I know you're jumping in late. I'm going to ask you guys how you were doing before we get to our main subject here. But last night I was put on the spot, and they asked me to give you guys 6 or 7 receivers that I think make the roster this year. I want you to give me your 6 or 7, and then I'm going to ask you a question afterwards, okay?
Okay. All right. We're gonna go with Debo, Ayuk. I like Trent Taylor. God willing, he's healthy. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurd. I'm going to go with Kendrick Bourne. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're going to keep 7.
So far,
I
Tony
want
does
I
not
want to bring Pettis back, but I don't know how he's going to come into camp. Okay, he's very talented. If his head's on straight, he's talented. If he comes in focus, prepared, ready to roll, I'm bringing him back. If he
People
doesn't,
are
he's
saying
going to
he
get
bulked up too, Tony.
huh?
People are telling me he bulked up.
Oh man, you're making this really hard on me right now.
Hey, Breezy, you watching the comments? Because I didn't see it. Did anybody tell us?
Nah, nobody said anything about Pettis. They just, Dre saying he not making this team.
Pettis will be cut before KB or Taylor. I don't know about that. I think one of those two guys could be traded, but we're gonna get to that later. Where's Sin? Sin is on vacation or somewhere. I saw a picture she posted. There she is.
Hey, she's celebrating her anniversary.
Yeah, Sin is out there. Congratulations to you guys, Sin. You said that you saw him putting on some weight, I believe. I believe you were one of the people. If I'm mistaken, I apologize. But let me know where you saw this, please. Tell Nick he is missed. Nick is aware, man. We've been talking to him. Nick, you guys keep Nick in your prayers, man. He'll be back soon, all right? He'll be back soon. Now, I've been stalling for Tony, giving him some time to think. Right now, he's officially at 5. He does not have Pettis on the list. He does not have Sean Poindexter on the list. He does not have Jawan Jennings on the list. He does not have Chris Fink or Finky on the list. He doesn't have Travis Benjamin on the list. He's at 5. He's got 2 spots left.
Damn, man. I don't know. There's 3 guys that I'm like on the fence with right now. All right. I think Trent Taylor's going to come back, and I think he's going to fill that role that he played before his injuries, and that slot guy and Jimmy's security blanket. But there's something about Travis Benjamin. I think he's going to make this roster because A, speed. B, Kyle loves this guy. He handpicked him to come in. He also picked Pettis to handpick, but I think he's going to fill that role of Goodwin, the speed guy. But I'm a big Juwan Jennings fan, big, and I just think that we have 2 of the same players in Jennings and Hurd, so it's kind of tough to keep both of them. Damn, man, this is tough.
Wait, okay. I see what's happening here. You don't think that we can keep both of those guys?
I don't.
You have 2 slots left right now, and you're deciding between 3 players, basically. Yeah. Why can't we keep them both? You have the 3 players you're stuck deciding between right now are Pettis, Jennings, and
Benjamin. Travis Benjamin.
You already had Hurd making the team. So
right.
Yeah, but that's
why he doesn't want to pick Jennings.
Yeah. Oh. I like Jennings. And I know like a couple weeks ago I said on this show and I was flat serious about it, and I said Jalen Hurd is not making the move to tight end. This could be a possible scenario to keep Hurd and Jennings on the roster at the same time. So if you flex him to a tight end to keep that open roster spot for the wide receiver, then you could see the 3 of those guys that I'm on the fence with make this roster.
All right, let's do a poll. All right, what's the percentage of Jalen Hurd transforming into a tight end for the 49ers? Right, so I'm gonna create that poll because I want to know from each one of you guys, because we keep saying it keeps being mentioned from us, but do you really see that happening, Tony? I mean, I know we want it to happen because we can get an extra spot for another receiver or whatnot. And what would that give us? 4 tight ends?
Well, I think a decision would have to be made between him and Dwelly. If they want to keep those 7 guys on that roster and still keep Hurd, I think you'll see them put him as a tight end to keep all those guys on board. And I don't think he's going to be your typical tight end, inline blocking tight end. I see him as that H-back, that moving chess piece type of player. He's kind of a bigger version of like a Delaney Walker. Delaney Walker when he was drafted, he was 6 foot, 228 pounds. So if he was I know he bulked up to like 235, 240, but if he was able to make the conversion from wide receiver to tight end, I'm pretty damn sure that you could see Hurd make that conversion. But listen, guys, we don't know if this kid's even healthy. I mean, we saw him work out, and I know someone made a crack joke on saying, why did Jalen Hurd park in the handicap spot on that one video that Kendrick Bourne posted where they were like Pettis was walking to his car.
Okay.
And that like that. So, we don't know how he looks. Obviously they're not going to show that, and they're not going to tell you anything. I mean, the odd man out, it could be Benjamin. But then that means you're going to sell all out on Ayuk being your returner, or a couple other guys that are on your squad, like the DJ Reed as a returner. So even a Jermichael Hasty could possibly be a returner, a kick returner, not a punt returner. So if you leave Benjamin off, I'm going to go Debo, Ayuk, Trent Taylor, Jalen Hurd, Bourne, and I'm going Pettis and Jennings as 7.
None of us have Richie James making this roster.
It's kind of funny too, because when we did our spotlight shows, there was 2 wide receivers that was in on like all the plays, and we weren't spotlighting them. And those 2 wide receivers were Dante Pettis and Richie James. They were
like me looking like a stalker. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. I really hope Bourne can't tell how many times I'm looking at his page, because he's gonna think something's going on. And I saw on everything. I am looking through this page like crazy, bro. Like I don't see a video. I'm looking at, how when you click the little picture on profile on IG and give you all the little posts. I'm looking there. I just don't see it.
I don't see. I just see him.
Yeah, I see him. I see his boys. I see him at the protest. I don't know, man. It's all right. I got some inside. I might phone a friend. Maybe I'll just DM a friend, but I got some insiders. I'll find out for y'all. All right. I'm sorry, Breezy. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was rude.
No, it's just ironic how, like I said, those 2 wide receivers were in on a lot of the big plays that we saw this past season in 2019. Especially toward the beginning of the season. And then once we acquired, Emmanuel Sanders, those 2 guys kind of withered out, and we stuck with the Get Fresh crew at the wide receiver position. So it's just, it's unfortunate, man. I think Dante gets one more shot, man. I would love Travis Benjamin on this team, Tony. I really do. I definitely love his speed, Tony and Mike. But we tried the speed thing. But it wasn't Kyle's speed thing. So let's just keep that 100, right? That was we got what you call it for another coach, Marquise Goodwin. So that wasn't like it was a guy that Kyle took. Kyle is now going to say, yo, get me the guy. I know that it's a speed guy that can run this. So it comes down to how these guys play at camp. It comes down to injuries. It comes down to so many things. But that's what we're here for. We're here to guess.
And what you just said, Breezy, is a very interesting point. Okay, you just said flat out, it all depends on camp. We don't know if there's going to be camp, and that's why I think that's going to significantly hurt Richie James. This team,
I disagree. I think no camp helps Richie.
No, I think it hurts him because they already have on film what he's able to do over the previous seasons. They went through a previous 2 camps with him, and they know what they have. Now, it was up to him to build off that to come back even better than this year. But due to the COVID, I think it hurts him to not getting the reps in the OTAs, showing things in the OTAs. So
he could learn that playbook, Tony.
I hear you.
My question is, they invested in Pettis, okay? Take him out of the picture for the number 1 or number 2 wide receiver.
Who?
This guy was the number 1 punt returner in the damn country.
Dante Pettis.
Now, does this – I know they went with Richie James because they didn't want to put Pettis back there because they were trying to get him in to be a key piece of the offense. But now, is it a possibility where now Pettis slides into the special teams role and the other guys get more involved in the offense unless Pettis proves different?
It's going to be
you know what I'm saying? Like
Well, this is what I was saying to Breezy. I do think Pettis tries to step up at the return game. He's got to earn a roster spot.
Yeah, he said that. Mike said that.
And so when these guys get desperate like that, all right, coach, what can I do? Special teams. Like, you drafted a guy who is and people are saying is like Dante Pettis 2.0. That's how you drafted him. You traded up for him. It looks like you're getting ready to move on. I want to talk about that too. And I know we're getting close to the halfway point and we have an actual subject to get to. But Tony mentioned this thing with Juwan Jennings and Jalen Hurd being similar guys, right?
Correct.
I mentioned the roles of Kendrick Bourne and Trent Taylor being similar guys. What we haven't brought up yet is the comparisons that I've heard a lot of between Dante Pettis and Brandon
Ayuk. Yeah.
Right? Yep. So do we need these duplicates or these clones or these similar guys? So what we were talking about right before you jumped in, Tony, was I had Breezy on the spot asking him,
that's a whole nother show.
Kendrick Bourne or Taylor, do we need the other one?
I think that's a whole nother show, bro. And I would love to sit there and break. I would love to break that down. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's dope. That I'm taking it back to dope. That's dope. So let's save that for another show, because now I didn't even think about that. I didn't realize college drafting players to replace players. Hey,
and that's what they've been doing since they've been here.
And check this out, Tony. You just said that you think, or it's possible that we slide Jalen Hurd over to tight end. Who can he replace on the 49ers if he has that big play capability? All right, so let's just move on to another show. Listen. Listen. If he, first of all, if he can catch and run and break tackles and do all those things, it's a possibility. They might test him out at tight end. He might have a game where he get like 100-something plus yards, touchdown or whatnot, and it might hurt the chances of Kittle getting big money. I'm just putting it out there as devil's advocate. You guys know I'm a Kittle fan. You know I'm a Kittle fan, and he's not a tight end. I'm just saying, what if that's something that they do because you brought up sliding him over to tight end? See, I liked Ross Dwelly. I thought Dwelly came in and he did exactly.
He was all right.
He did what they asked him to do, and you can't tell me he all right when he makes a turn. When he makes a turnaround bend catch, man, he ain't athletic. You know how hard it was to catch, and we won that game because of that catch. Listen, man,
he made the first down. He got the first down on that game
in Arizona against Arizona's fooling y'all.
Listen, man, give him some more reps to see how bad. I'm not saying he's Kittle-esque, but he could be like I don't know, man. Give him some more reps to see what happens, Joe. Look, the 49ers are stacked exactly the way we need them to be. They have duplicate players that probably have better skill sets, going forward. They're younger. Who knows what's going to happen? And we mentioned, Tony, there might not be a training camp, so we have no idea. But I want to get to these superlatives, man, because we got some awards we want to give out.
But I want to get Tony's take on the Dwelly thing. I saw him.
I just want to say, honestly, out of this wide receiver list, before we move on to Dwelly, I see two people that have trade value. Okay. I see Dante Pettis as one.
No, he doesn't.
Not value. I'm sorry. As trade candidates. Trade candidates. Okay. I see Dante Pettis as one. He was already rumored to go interest in Green Bay for Josh Jackson, corner from Iowa, who, in my opinion, is in the wrong system.
I wish we could have made that trade, bro.
He's in the wrong system in Green Bay. He would be an ideal fit in a zone system, which he played in Iowa. But that is that. The second guy is, and I'm probably going to get roasted for saying this, but
there's only one receiver with trade value on this team.
No, I'm just saying trade candidates. I didn't mean to say value.
No, that's what I'm talking. Because in order to be a candidate, there also has to be a value. So the team,
I honestly think this guy. I'm going to tell you who it is. I think. Because he's on a one-year deal and he's on a fully guaranteed salary at $3.25 million.
Kendrick Bourne.
I see Kendrick Bourne as potentially a move guy being moved. If they can't come to a deal for an extension with him, because listen, guys, I know we have an abundance of cap space, 60+ million. I think Dre said that, right, Wayne?
Yeah, almost 64 million, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, just hear me out with this, okay? You have Fred Warner coming up, big contract. They have an extended killer, okay? You're going to have Bosa in 2 more years that are eligible for an upgrade, for an extension, okay? You're going to have McGlinchey coming up for an extension. You have key pieces that are going to be coming up for extension times of their contract. Now the question is, I like Kendrick Bourne. I give 100% kudos to Kendrick Bourne because he's probably the one player in the league that's totally working his ass off 24/7.
We just talked about it.
During his whole pandemic. That's right. I'm sorry, 90 by nature. I forgot him. Trent Williams is another guy. These guys are key pieces to this roster. Okay. But if you notice, the Niners are backloading the wide receiver group. So that tells me something.
They're going to move forward.
Is up. So I see those two guys as possible guys that could be traded, that could be dealt. I can't say what their value is to the NFL, the 31 teams, but those are two guys. Now, let's look at it this way. If they do move those two guys, now your wide receiver group, 6 or 7, opens up wide. Now you got 2 spots. If they both move them guys, you have 2 more guys that will come up. And that's when you really got to look at this roster and say, okay, maybe now this is where the Pettis could sneak on the back end. Mm-hmm. This is where maybe the Chris Fink could come in question of Trent Taylor's foot. He's a great punt returner. He's a great slot guy. These are all questions you're going to have to ask yourself as it gets closer to make decisions on this roster for the final 55. It's 55 now. So I'm just putting out hypothetical scenarios right now.
And I touched on exactly that last night during my Periscope. The only wide receiver I think that has trade value to the team and to the rest of the league is Kendrick Bourne. And there has to what my definition of it is so much as the team has to be willing to part with that person. They're not willing to part with Debo. You get what I'm saying? Like he's not someone they're willing to part with. So the team has to be willing to part with them, and they have to be good enough for someone else in the NFL to want them.
Correct.
Okay.
And I also know, Mike, that Kendrick Bourne can make money like that, and I don't think he will make the amount of money he deserves in San Francisco. I don't think so. And if you remember, I said earlier before before Kendrick Bourne was tagged or whatnot, I said that I could see them trying to trade him, draft day or whatnot because of his value. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good point, yo. And it would suck because I'm rooting for the kid. And if you remember my tweet, I said that no matter where Kendrick Bourne ends up, he's got me as a fan because I've watched him grow and become a man, yo. So kudos to Bourne, but right now he's a motherfucking 49er, and that's what he's going to be until the dust settles. So I'm glad that we have him. All right, I'm glad that we have him.
Good topic, fellas. We will get back to it. We're going to talk about the duplicate players here, and if we need them, we're going to get back to that on a later show. But right now, guys, we're going to take a step forward. We're going to move on. All right, we have reached the halfway point of this show, and we are here, man. The meat and potatoes, what you all tuned in for. You guys saw it in the description. Some of you guys were typing your answers in there. I saw you guys predicting the 49er superlatives, man. That's where we are, guys. So we have an entire list here. We're going to do these in a random ass order. I promise you guys that. I'm not going to let you guys, just sit here and think, okay, we're going to bounce these off here, okay? So we're going to try to predict the awards for the players in this upcoming season. So without seeing anything, all right? Without seeing anything, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. All 3 of us are going to go in order. We're going to go with Tony first. We're going to go with Breezy. Then I will go last, and then we will continue to cycle around, all right, back and forth, ping-ponging, all right? So first up, now, let me ask you guys this question. Let's see. Y'all want to make this hard? Y'all want to make this really hard? Like, do we want to say that if Tony or Breezy says someone, I can't
you gotta
say
come
them
up
also?
Exactly. Got to come up with a different player, yo.
Yo, do you want to play like that? I mean,
absolutely.
I want to know if you guys are on your toes tonight. What's up?
Put this joint on level 99, yo. It's got to be that because we don't ever compare.
Let's go.
Compare or share notes, and to make it fair, we'll do it a snake way. So
exactly,
yeah, that's how. Let's do it like that.
Ah, Breezy always in the middle. See, I see what he did there. It's okay. It's all right, Tony. He snaked his way right in the middle there. It's all good. All right. So
move your body like a snake, man.
Guys. Predicting the 49ers superlatives, man. We're going to get here. Let's go ahead and just have some fun. We're going to start with the first topic here, the breakout player of the year for the 49ers in the 2021 season. What's going on?
I'm up. I go first?
Yes, sir.
All right. My breakout guy, okay, it's going to be on the defensive side of the ball. This is pending health, okay? God willing, he could stay healthy through all 16 games plus playoffs. I'm going with DJ Jones. He's got a big role He's potentially has a big role in his defense as the full-time starting one technique, zero technique, whatever you want to call him, depending on the formation of the defensive line. And paired him up to Kinlaw, okay? There were several times I've seen on tape last season that DJ Jones looks like he's literally shot out of a cannon. Like, you'll see him at the line, and then the runner will go like either if it's quarterback or if it's a running off tackle, you'll see him just out of nowhere just get shot out of the cannon and make the play. I like that. I was big on him when they drafted him in that first year. I thought he was a building piece for this defensive line, and I said it numerous times with you guys. I just like his style. He's a penetrating defensive tackle who could blow up the holes, but then he could sit low and block up the holes. He could clog the holes like a fire hydrant, but he has that ability to pin his ears back and get after the ball carrier and or quarterback and apply pressure. So my breakout guy is going to be DJ Jones. God willing, he stays healthy. And which, by the way, fellas, he's due for a contract extension.
That's right. That's right. Those guys in those one-year deals, they like to come out there and they play pretty freaking hard. So Tony kicks us off with a really, really good guy, man. DJ Jones for Tony. All right. Breezy, you're up.
So I'm on a 1-year contract guy too, okay? And he also plays on the defensive side. So it's okay. I can't pick a defensive player. Is that what you tell me?
You can, but I think you're gonna take my guy. All right, that's cool. We said we on 99. Okay, it's cool. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you want to go next, you can go next, bro. I got players. You want to go ahead and take?
No. Go ahead. You got it.
All right, man. Listen, man. Jaquaski Tart is gonna have a breakout year. How do I know? Because his partner had a breakout year last season, Mr. Jimmy Ward. So that means that Jaquaski Tart, right? This kid is gonna come in and he's gonna ball till his falls off. He's gonna ball out. I could feel it. All he has to do. He has to just stay injury-free, and I think he does that because he's betting on himself. And this young man, this young fellow, this guy wants to get, he wants to get paid, man. And, being that he's on a 1-year contract, I think this guy goes out and balls out. We saw with him out of the lineup, we saw how much we struggled against tight ends, man, as Jared Cook. Like they were just killing us. It was tight ends from the Rams. It was tight ends from I was like, what? Yo, why can't we cover the seam? What is going on?
Right.
And then when he came back, even though he wasn't 100%, it took the tight ends out of play, and that's what we need him for. All right, man. I think this kid absolutely balls out, man. So Tart is my guy, Mr. Pop Top. That's what I call him. Pop Tart.
I like the pick. All right, guys, let me tell you now. I'm going to start with my honorable mention for this segment right here. My breakout guy was going to be Ahkello Witherspoon, but I'm not going to do it. This guy is on the defensive side of the ball, and just like Tony, he's a defensive lineman. It's going to be my guy on a 1-year contract, just like everyone else, right? Ronald Blair. My man coming off the edge has something to prove. Ronald Blair proved to be one of the biggest and best depth pieces the 49ers had, and his absence was absolutely felt and missed. I think Ronald Blair is going to come out here, and not only is he going to break out, he's going to earn a lot of money this season. He might play himself out of the price range of the San Francisco 49ers, man. We might be losing this guy because of how well I think he's going to play in this final year of his contract, man. Ronald Blair is going to be a dog, and I'm excited about it. But listen, all three of these guys on the defensive side of the ball, all three of these guys with something to prove. I like the way you guys are thinking. Okay. What did he say? Can we explain the difference between a breakout player and a sleeper? I think a sleeper, picking a someone under the radar. For an example, go ahead. What was that?
A sleeper is like someone under the radar, someone that like you just like don't expect. Right. And it's like, okay, maybe I could see him blossom in the season, where a breakout player is on the cusp.
Right. So we have under the radar later, not a sleeper player. And we have what we're doing now in a breakout player. Breakout guys are guys that you've seen flashes from and they finally put it all together. These are guys that we expect to see consistency from. We've seen them play at high levels, and now it's time to see them consistently do it. And if you think about the players that we named here, without us defining it before we even got into it, all of those guys apply here. All of those guys fit into that category. Players that we have seen play at a high level, at a very, very good level, just, a little inconsistent, whether it be due to snaps or injuries. So, yes. All right, guys, we're going to keep it moving here. I love exactly how that one went right there. We're going to do now, we went from breakout player to comeback player of the year. And I get to go first here. This is a guy that I was going to try to maybe sneak into the breakout player, but it's going to be Ahkello Witherspoon. Give me a guy who was injured. All right. Now I know he came back. I know he was healthy in the Super Bowl. I know he was a healthy scratch. But to me, a comeback player is somebody who was injured the previous year and is bouncing back and coming back from that. So I'm going to go with my guy, Ahkello Witherspoon. Not only do I expect him to come back healthy, I expect him to be a starter, and not just a starter if he messes up. I think Ahkello Witherspoon, because again, we're talking last year's contract. Notice the theme here, right? You notice the theme that I'm going with so far, right? Another guy in the last year of his contract, something to prove, dollars to earn. My man's going to step up to the plate. He's going to surprise a lot of you haters out there. My guy, Ahkello Witherspoon. All right, Breezy, you up next, man.
That's a nice pick. I didn't think you had him there, but I like it. I actually like that pick. All right, so for my comeback player of the year, I also picked a guy who hasn't played, who was also injured. All right. And I won't say that he will be the starter on the offensive side of the ball, but I think this kid is a key secret weapon to the offense.
The first offensive player tonight
that teams haven't seen. And my comeback player, my comeback kid of the year is going to be running back Jerick McKinnon.
Damn.
Are you kidding me?
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. Listen, man, this is Tony. Talk about Kyle's picks, right? Kyle, there's a difference between Kyle's draft picks and guys Kyle actually picked in free agency. And usually those guys hit it off. And I just can't wait to see. We all know he's a workaholic. He just has rubber bands for ankles, man. Once them joints heal and the elasticity comes back, this guy's gonna ball out. Third down back, that's all we need him for. Third down back. Listen, third and longs. You remember? I know there's a little echo. We're gonna fix it, I promise, guys. But listen to me. Hear me out. You ever watch Shady McCoy? Shady McCoy had to be the best third down running back I've ever seen in my entire life. It would be 3rd and 95, right? They need 96 yards for a first down. They throw a screen and he gets 97. Like, that's the type of play I think Jerick McKinnon is going to bring to this team. I'm not saying we're going to be in 3rd and long like that, but we did play a lot of 3rd and longs. Am I wrong? We had a lot of 3rd and longs that we converted on with Jimmy going to the air. Look for the screens to the running backs. And all this guy got to do is make one person miss. Go ahead, Tony.
Eddie, listen, you could take the screen game and throw it out the window.
Okay.
That man shifts out of the backfield and lines up in the slot.
I didn't get there yet. Why we got to throw the screen out the window? I like screens, but talk your shit, Tony. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me tell you something. This is the reason why Kyle went after this guy. And when he went down, Kyle panicked, and who did he go after? He went after Tevin Coleman, who offers the same type of skill set, just not as fast and explosive. Okay? Jet McKinnon, if this ACL and MCL, whatever he sprained and had an issue with, if he could be 100% healthy and 95% back at his speed, man, defenses are going to have a long day with this guy coming out of the backfield because he runs a route like a wide receiver. And this is the reason why Kyle picked him, to take advantage of a defense, because who are you going to put on him? Okay?
Can't put a linebacker, Tony.
This is what we talked about time in and time out, about chess pieces and causing defenses to have to stay in base. You trot out 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end. That's 2 receivers, 1 on each side, a tight end, an I formation, or even a king or a queen, like stronger, weak formation in the backfield. And then you have use check, motion left, he motions right. Now it's an empty backfield. You have legit almost 5 wide receivers, 4 wide receivers on the tight end versus a base defense. And this is where Kyle takes advantages of defenses because of the skill set of the players he has and he could still run out of a base offense, he has an advantage running against a base defense because his base offense is considered a nickel offense, like a spread offense once he motions everybody out. All right. But again, it's all on his knee. If his knee could come back,
Correct.
man.
Hey, by the way, I just want to let you guys know that Kyle Shanahan has a Jerick McKinnon clone on this roster already.
Damn right he
We'll
does.
get to that in that show. We're going to have to do an episode of the clones. What's that Star Wars title?
When clones attack? I don't know.
It's something to do with the word clones. I don't watch
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, yeah.
Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Clone Wars?
That was the Star Wars joint.
They got something to do with the word clones. We're gonna title our episode that, and that's how we'll do it. And there is a clone for McKinnon here. But go ahead, Tony. You're the next guy up.
This is for the comeback, right?
Correct.
Yes, sir. Comeback player.
Just a quick question: are we including rookies at all in this, or no?
Rookies cannot be comeback. They have to be previously injured in the NFL.
Well, I'm any of these. I'm taking
Yes.
rookies out.
Overall in the night, yes, you absolutely use rookies. But for comeback player, they have to have been injured in the NFL.
Okay.
Not injured in college and then coming into the pros.
Oh man, this one's hard.
All right. While you're thinking, hey Dre, you got a lot to say about my Witherspoon pick, bro. Hey, we're gonna do 25 push-ups on demand. If Witherspoon starts over Mosley, I get to hit you up and be like, hey, Dre, we in the middle of a show. I need you to do 25 push-ups on camera. All right? You got your own show also. I'll plug your show, and you can call me if I'm wrong. Okay? If Mosley is a guy, I don't care if I'm in the middle of work. I will pull over and do my 25 in the middle of the street, Dre. What's up? 25 on-demand push-ups on the other person's show. That's the bet I'm willing to make with you. All right, Tony, I bought you a lot of time here, man. I hope you got somebody.
Damn, man, I got two. All right, I'm gonna go my comeback player. Damn. I'm gonna go with D Ford.
Okay.
He got the surgery. He says the push off is there. I'm gonna see. I think he could potentially be the comeback player. My other guy, my honorable mention was Quan Alexander. The defense was lights out with him in the lineup, flying all over the field, high emotions, intensity. But I just think from what I'm hearing and all the games that he missed in D Ford, I think D Ford, if he could come back 100% healthy, and I don't know how many snaps he played last year. I think 200, maybe 300 snaps he played in the season total and produced 6.5 sacks. If he can get to 500 snaps, that's going to be game changing for this defense. So my comeback player is going to be D Ford. 100%. He's saying he's healthy. The push off is there. The explosion is there. That he's been lacking all last season. He played in games that he really shouldn't have played in. He said in the interview, but he played through it. So I'm going to go with D Ford and pray that knee could hold up with the tendonitis, and that's what I'm going to go with, D Ford.
I really, really like that pick. I sat here and I wanted to try to find a way to disqualify you for picking D Ford because I agree with you. But the problem is that he qualifies the same exact way Akella Witherspoon qualifies. And just to answer your question, he played 226 snaps last season, 226.
So
which,
Magic,
by the
you
way,
can
was
get
the lowest of his entire career other than his rookie season.
If we can get 400 to 500 snaps, if we can get 400 to 500, if we can get 400 to 500 snaps, you're looking at a 10 to 12 sack guy.
Well, look at this. In Kansas City in 2017, it was his worst year after his rookie year. He only played in 6 games, but in those 6 games, he played in 316 snaps, more than what he did in 11 games with the Niners. Keep that in mind. Now, if we look at the other games that he played 14 games in, he had 479 snaps, 15 games, 799 snaps, 16 games, 1,022 snaps. Okay? There is a lot of D Ford left in the tank, and I think we should be freaking excited. Tony, I like that pick. Good pick. All right, we're going to snake this thing. We're going to keep it moving here. We're going to go to Rising Stars. Breezy, I'm going to give you a little assignment here. When it's not on you, what I would like you to do is when we get to a topic like Rising Star, all right, once the person says their name, the player's name, I would like you to see what other people in the chat are saying and start putting them up on the screen. All right.
Gotcha.
And I'll do it when it's on you so you don't have to focus on there. But we're going to go to Rising Star. This one's on Tony. He gets to kick this one off. Now, this does not have to be a rookie. This is somebody who the Niners just may not have seen a lot of. Okay? You guys mentioned Ross Dwelly earlier in the show. He would be a candidate for something like this. All right? All right. If you have questions about the definition, ask it before you give a name, and then we'll go ahead and shake it all out, get it defined, and then give our players.
Oh, man. Rising Star.
A young person, they don't even have to be young. Someone who we just haven't seen do anything in a long time. Like the most tricky rising star player I can think of was probably Jason Verrett. Like, is it possible for Jason Verrett to be a rising star? He hasn't done anything in the NFL.
I feel like that's the wrong category. I feel like
you don't think he's okay.
I think we need another category for the type of players you're describing. To me, a rising star is a person that has the potential to become a star, right? So to me, a rising star is someone that they may have seen some stuff, but they're just not at stardom yet, right? They're not there yet. So it could be a person.
Verrett's not that guy?
Hell no. Verrett is on his way out of the NFL. Here's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It could be a person like Fred Warner or something like that. And that's the only name I would throw out there because he is a rising star, right? He's not an all-pro yet, but he's on his way there. So that's to me what a rising star is. I could be wrong, but I think that's what we should designate rising star. Now, to go with the players you were diagnosing, give me a different category for those type of players. Like I don't know. Come up with a different name for that category. To me, a rising star is someone that we have seen. We might have seen a lot of them. They just didn't reach stardom yet due to whatever, and they're on their way. They're on the cusp.
Would Richie James qualify as a rising star?
No.
Because he's been in the league too long?
No, because he's not even a star. Like he's not even like treading to be a star. He's not like, think of rising stars as players that get to this point when they become a star, then they become an all-star, which is a Pro Bowl player, and then they become all-pro and all that. To me, that's what a rising star is. I don't think Richie James is.
So it's somebody with star potential we've already seen.
Yes.
I want to give.
Can I give you? For me.
Can I give you an offense and defense?
Now we can only pick one.
You can't give two because this is going to be a tough category for me. I'm telling you now. You can't give two. You got to give only one. And at the end, after I go, if your name wasn't said, then you can tell us who your honorable mention was. But you have to definitively pick one.
Damn.
We gave you a lot of time. Come on, bro. You got it, Tony. Come on, man. You got it. We only have like 4 more categories here, maybe 5.
All right. I don't consider Bosa a rising star. I think Bosa, his first year, he was a star. So I'm not going to put him there. But there's 2 guys that I'm literally like neck and neck with right now. And can you put you goes first?
Nah, man, you got to pick one, bro.
Damn.
Go with the left hand. Go with the left hand. Switch it up tonight.
You stupid stuff.
I'm this slow, yo. I just caught on to that, yo. And usually I'm spot on. Sorry, Tony.
Damn, man. Because I love both these guys. I don't want to like leave one out.
It's okay, man. We probably gonna pick you up, bro. I'm left-handed too, by the way.
All right. I'm going. Being that I did 2 defensive guys back to back, Mike, stop laughing.
Yeah.
Stop. Please. All right.
Remember, you can't say somebody that was already said.
No.
Okay.
I'm going with Debo.
Yeah. That to me is what a rising star is. Where's the applause? Shoot, I'm struggling. My bad. Yeah. I don't feel like loading it up. That to me is what a rising star is.
Do me a favor. I understand we're supposed to put the donations and up here. Don't put that up. The one for the $2 one, because that was my other guy. Don't put it up. Whoever
Okay.
it was, I'm sorry we can't put it up right now.
Oh, we got to put it up because it's a donation. So Tonga 808 says Dre Greenlaw is his rising star. And shout out to you, Tonga, because that's who my rising star is. Listen, I know this is Fred Warner's defense. I understand it. But there's some type of star power in this kid, Dre Greenlaw, that I love. And you want to know why I love it? It's because
wait. You're on Dre Green. Who was Tony's name?
Debo Samuel.
Debo. Okay. I'm making notes so I can do a
No, it's
recap.
okay. You ain't got to explain yourself, bro. I got you.
But that was the other guy.
And that's why I said, Tony, we're probably gonna pick you up. Listen, man, I absolutely love this kid, yo. We watched him struggle in coverage and probably be the best cover linebacker on the team in 2019, yo. Like that's how, and he was the highest rated linebacker on PFF for the 49ers. So talk your like this is what I mean. He is going to be a rising star. All he has to do now, Mike, did you say now that he got the playbook under him, it's going to be now he's going to be able to play off of reaction. Now he knows plays. He's going to be able to play football from his innate ability, reading coverage, jumping routes. He already knows how to tackle. Like, and we remember Tony and Mike in the preseason, we were like, this guy's lost. Like he couldn't cover a blanket. I was like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, what Wheaties he ate, if he eat Wheaties, whatever it was, he started covering, and he is the Seattle Seahawk killer. So I'm done. So
all right. So
Tony got Debo, I got Greenlaw.
Now, Breezy, you said something. You said we can't repeat players. Let's get some definition here because we have a couple categories left. We can't repeat any players in the same category. So rising star, obviously, we can't double up. But I mentioned the Keller Witherspoon. Like, what if you guys wanted to do a under the radar for a Keller Witherspoon? Are we saying we can't use him there either?
Yeah, pick different players, man. Make this.
So once a name is said, that's it.
That's it. We should have. I thought that's what you meant in the beginning.
Ooh.
We should have scaffolded that in the very beginning. I thought that's what you meant.
Okay, I'm game. I'm game.
I know you game.
You really meant 99 when you said we take. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Tony, you understand what we're saying?
Got you.
All right. So Tony is going here with Debo Samuel. Breezy, was yours officially or
Dre Greenlaw? That's my guy. Okay. Khalil said Dre Greenlaw was his breakout player. Yeah, see, and I know Tony, before Mike goes with this answer, it's we have to mention Bosa because he was a fucking rookie, but that dude is on a whole nother planet, yo. That cat's on a whole nother playing field. Like he came into the league pending superstar, and he became a superstar in his rookie season. That's scary.
Someone said it in here. Bosa's not a rising star; he's a proven star.
Yeah,
he's already established as a star. Absolutely. All right. There was a $10 contribution that I completely missed, and I'm sorry. I tried to scroll up to find it, but it was gone.
Find it. I'll find it. What is it gone? Or is it?
Yeah, no. I scrolled all the way up. I shouldn't have made my left-handed joke because that's when the laughs came in and I lost it. So I do apologize about that. I'm going to give you guys my rising star person, and this is going to be Eric Armstead.
Nice.
Someone who I have been pounding the table for. Justice for Armstead. This guy has been proving, move me around, coach. Let me know what you need me to do. I'm going to do it at a high level. Damn, I'm injured. I can't do anything. Those injuries fool people. Eric Armstead came out, double-digit sacks, had some consistency this year, and with the return of this defensive line, with the guys coming back off of IR, Eric Armstead is just getting started, baby. So I think that we're going to see him ascend from just a Pro Bowl or All-Star player to maybe, what's the All-Pro type level this year. I think Eric Armstead makes it. By the way, this was a year that we did not pay any attention to the Pro Bowl votes. How many 49er players got voted into the Pro Bowl? Do either one of you guys know off the top of your head?
Not off the top. I think it was,
there was a lot.
Yeah, there were. This is the 1 year we didn't pay attention to. It was a year we went to the Super Bowl.
It was Juice Kittle. Staley.
A lot. It's only three.
Buckner, Bosa.
Yeah, they only have 4 players, yo.
Fred Warner, Sherman.
He's running off a lot of freaking players here.
I see it was only 4.
People saying 9, people saying 6. What are we? Oh, they must be counting alternatives also.
Yeah,
right.
They might be counting alternatives also. Either way, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, but that's what happens when you win 13 games. So I'm seeing people say 7. Fred Warner was an alternative. DJ Jones got voted in. All right, I'm sorry, we're getting sidetracked.
They had 8 alternatives, bro.
Wait,
it was 4 starters, 8 alternatives.
So 12 in total.
I think that's what it was. I got Kittle.
Really? You got
Juice,
the list?
Bosa and Richard Sherman were the starters, and here are the alternatives. Oh no, hold on. I don't know if this is official, but it says Armstead. No, they were snubs, right? No, they were returned. Sorry, Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, Jimmy G, Raheem Mostert, Weston Richburg. I don't know how he made it. Joe Staley and Fred Warner and Jimmy Ward.
Wow. Wait, hold on. Richburg was on that list?
Well, he was having a Pro Bowl season till he got hurt. I guess he got voted.
Bro, that's a hell of a list right there. I like that list. I didn't know that Mostert was getting that kind of respect that early on. All right. Okay.
This
no
is
knock
NBC
against him.
Sports Bay Area.
No knock against Mostert. I think it was for special teams.
Yeah, that's what it said.
I don't think it was a running back, Mike.
That's what it said. It said Mostert special teams.
Okay, I got you. All right. That's cool. That's cool though. So it wasn't for running back, but still to see Armstead, Buckner not make it.
Yeah, they got snubbed.
And he's an alternative. Wow. But Armstead was in there. That's my point. We see him at that star level. He's already getting the nod. He's right there on the cusp of Pro Bowl. I'm thinking Armstead makes it to all pro level this year. I see a question here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Breezy.
And that's why I thought when you said rising stars, you meant those players that were at the tip of the cusp of the iceberg. Like,
yes, sir, Mr. Lefty. You're absolutely right. Renee here says, Mike, what's New Jersey's NFL team that they root for down there? Eagles, Giants, Jets, Bills. I know they root for the New Jersey.
It's definitely not the Bills.
So this is interesting. New Jersey is like this big on a map. However, there is a serious thing between North Jersey, Central Jersey, and Southern Jersey. Southern Jersey is Eagles all day long. There's a Giants consensus and there is a Jets consensus. Tony can tell you he's in a different part of where I was, but where I'm at, closer to the Trenton, which is the Central, they are all Eagles over there.
I'm in Central Jersey, like coastal, like Monmouth County, and you get some Eagle fans up here, but it's predominantly Jets, Giants.
Jets and Giants, yeah.
Now, the further south you go into like the Toms Rivers, like the Howells. Now you're really going Philly.
Right. Once you get to that Central, once you're really like a little below that Central line, it's boom, Eagles just take over. It's kind of disgusting, I'll be honest with you guys. But my pops is a Giants fan. My stepsister is a Jets fan, and my brother's an Eagles fan. I'm not making this up. So that's how close we are on the cusp of all of that over there. All right, that was a fun category here. All right, we're gonna keep it moving here, guys. Thank you so much for participating, man. I'm seeing the viewers go up. This is great. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, guys. All right, don't forget about this is gonna be a really fun category because we can include rookies for the first time in the category here. All right.
Okay.
This isn't comeback, someone who was injured, right? We had comeback players, we had breakout players. I guess you could have included some rookies in breakout if you wanted to. But don't forget about this is a place that we can put some rookies in here if we wanted to. And I get to go first, right? Didn't Tony go first last time?
Yeah, you're up.
Don't forget about Dre. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got stuff. Now, let me stop. Let me chill.
No, I swear I had Dre there at first, and I was like, well, I'm not going to forget about Dre, but because of the song.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My don't forget about player. Damn, see, this is somewhere I wanted to put Witherspoon in earlier. I'll be honest with you guys. I did want to put him in there, but I decided to put him in the comeback so I can make sure I got him in and out the way early. To me, don't forget about it. It doesn't mean a breakout guy All right. I asked some questions about the rising star category. It was like, is this guy qualify? And you said no. This category to me is for people who don't qualify for rising stars. Doesn't mean they can't be good, but don't forget about them. And this is going to be a guy that I promise you guys, if you know me, you never thought I would name him in a show like this. It's Solomon Thomas. All
Oh
right.
wow.
Yeah. You guys know how I feel. I feel like he's a done deal. Stick a fork in him. It's over. But last year of his contract, team didn't pick up his fifth-year option, and he's looking for a new home in the NFL. This year is his audition for the other 31. Okay? Don't forget about Solomon Thomas. He knows about the depth that is returning to this team. DeForest Buckner is gone. All of a sudden, he's one of the elder statesmen on this 49ers defensive line. Don't forget about Solomon Thomas. All right? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to zip it. Breezy, it's your world. Let's go.
I like that, man. I almost forgot about Solomon Thomas now that I think about it, like, as we were doing this show, and that's a good solid pick for you, Mike. All right, so my guy.
Wait. I'm sorry. Maybe it's the drinks. Did I do my rising star?
Yes, you said Eric Armstead.
That's right. Okay. It's the drinks. It's the drinks.
Yeah. All right. So So my don't forget about player is on the offensive side. And if I'm not mistaken, this player is also on the last year of his contract. Pretty hefty contract at that. And I don't think he gets enough credit on the offensive side. I know we cried when he was missing a few games because we couldn't run the goddamn ball. But this player, Mr. Kyle Juszczyk, is a player I don't want us to forget about because he brings a certain skill set to the team. He too, Tony and Mike, can line up in the wide receiver position and on a mismatch run a route and make a spectacular catch. I'm talking about over the field, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go type catch and bring it in and wheel it in. So we should not forget about this particular player. I think Kyle Juszczyk is that guy that we may be moving on from, and I'm not sure who would replace him, but let's not forget about Juice.
All right. I'm looking at the comments here. We got some Trent Taylors. Breezy holding down for Juice, man. I was trying to, honestly, I'm glad you did that because I was trying to figure out where to slide Juice in on my list. I was thinking about him. And I'm glad you got him out the way so I don't have to do it. Guys, these last couple of players are going to be hard.
Yeah,
I think
man.
we're all saving
We're
some big names.
running out of names.
Yeah, I think we're all saving some big names. Breezy was in line when he said turn this shit up to 99, bro. We on it tonight. Hey, fellas, I'm proud of you guys. I don't know what's going to happen from here on out, but you see the comments here. Our facial expressions are showing exactly what we're thinking. All right? Our facial expressions are showing exactly what we're thinking. We on it tonight, man.
I think they think that we conjure together, we come together, and we create something. No, we just create a show, and then we disappear for a while, and then we get on the show and we just let it out. So we don't know who's on whose list right now. And the fact that we're throwing these curveballs at each other is what makes the show. It's like we're playing freaking Family Double Dare right now. If y'all too young to know about that show, you need to go Google it because that was probably one of the greatest game shows of all time. That and Funhouse. All right, so go ahead, Mike. I mean, Tony, it's on you, baby.
Needs to rebound. Oh, no, don't forget about it. I'm sorry. I got to do that one still. All right. Don't forget about it. I'm going to go with Weston Richburg. Okay.
I like it.
This guy was handpicked, and we all know how important the center position is in Kyle Shanahan's offense, and how fortunate the 49ers had Ben Garland fall into their laps. Okay. The reason why I'm saying don't forget about him because how well Ben Garland played after Weston went down. They paid Richburg some big money to come in and play the center position, and he did. He was playing at an all-pro level up until his injury. And here comes Garland and picks up the pace. No drop-off. So that's why he's my don't forget about player, and I got a feeling he's going to go all 16 this year, and he will make the Pro Bowl as a starting center.
Bowl prediction,
Wow,
baby.
let's
Okay.
go.
Hitting us
Let's
with
go.
the
And
boldest.
listen, I'm a huge Western Richburg guy. I met him when he was with the Giants at the stadium when I was doing some work up there, and he's a straightforward dude. He brings his lunch pail to work and he'll fight. He just hasn't had the greatest luck as far as injuries. So I think he bounces back this year, and you're not going to forget about him because of his play. And listen, God forbid something happens, we still have Ben Garland waiting in the wings. But Weston Richburg's my guy for don't forget about player.
Nice, Tony. Nice. All right, Tony's leading us in the next category. Needs to rebound.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me find it over here on the. I apologize.
Damn, I gotta go again.
Yeah, it's on you,
go
man.
first
Needs to
now.
rebound. Now, this is somewhere that we could have put Solomon Thomas in, but we've been putting him in this category since his rookie season. So, I got him off the list and out the way for you guys right now. Someone who we want to see bounce back, and this is more than just about bouncing back. If you don't bounce back, your time in the NFL could be done. Solomon Thomas would have been a perfect candidate for this. Dante, has he been named yet? Let me shut up. I don't think anyone has Pettis on the list yet, but there's players that are if you don't do it now, you may never get your opportunity again to do it. So needs to rebound right here, right now.
Well, I'm going to go a little bit above that type of player that you're talking about. The team has a lot of contracts coming up that they need to renegotiate and re-sign. The whole secondary is free agents minus Jimmy Ward. You got Kitto's a free agent. Juice is a free agent. All these guys are a free agent. And one of the guys that play the same position as this individual that I'm saying is on a rookie deal. He's a young up-and-coming star. And I'm going with Quan Alexander. We have Dre Greenlaw, who played the will linebacker once he got hurt. And obviously we're in a tight spot as far as financials with going forward. And if Quan can't pick his play up, we have Dre Greenlaw to play the will, and we move on from Quan. So I think Quan Alexander needs to rebound in the biggest way this season. Even though they structured his deal, they still have an opt-out. It's fair to moderate in cap hit and dead cap space, but we have two of the same players that play the same position. One's making big bucks, one's making on a rookie deal. So that's why I think Quan Alexander is that guy.
It's funny that you mentioned Quan Alexander. Pre-injury, Quan was playing at a Pro Bowl level, and then he goes and gets injured, and then he comes back. I think he was rushed back, but his mindset wanted to be with the team so much, man. Like you could tell, like the team was missing energy when it needed it, and I think that was one of the reasons. He was cleared by the doctors not because of his injury, but he ended up re-injuring and tearing his bicep or things like that, and he just wasn't the same Quan Alexander. So I think I actually like the pick that you said he needs to rebound, because if he can go back to pre-injury form, where he wasn't missing no tackles, he was on every play, he was covered, like he was just flying around the field like a Scud missile. Yo, man, that defensive, those three linebackers are going to be a problem. And like Dre said, yeah, he's right though. He says Quan doesn't get any respect, Dre, and that's my point. I think people are missing who he was before the injury. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize like who he was before the injury. And I'm telling you, like before the injury, he was leading the team with tackles. Like he was on every tackle.
Missed tackles through like 7 or 8 games, bro. I thought about putting him as my comeback player of the year. He was that good.
Yeah,
he's that good. So
yeah,
I like it.
Yo,
Yeah,
Dre,
man.
listen, I'm not knocking the guy. I'm not knocking him. I know what he's able to do. I know what his ability is. And I know what he can do. He showed it. But the problem here, this is a business decision. If you have the same guy on a cheaper deal, this team's got big deals coming up and they need to make decisions. And by all means, by him restructuring the deal, going to the Niners saying, listen, I'll reduce my number this year, that shows me something. I think Quan's going to come out and ball the hell out and potentially, if he could stay healthy, possibly make a Pro Bowl. But he needs to stay healthy. He needs to prove that he could bounce back, stay healthy, that injuries, shoulder injury, pec injury, and bicep injuries behind him. Because the amount of money he's making, we need him to play at an all-pro level. It's not enough. Juan, if you're watching this, I was happy when they brought you in. You're a beast, but Dre Green.
I don't try to suck up now, bro. Tony said you on the line, man.
I'm telling you straight up. They both play the same position. How many times you see this in the NFL? They go with the cheaper guy. Am I right or am I wrong? You could say, I know I'm right. You could say,
yeah, no. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do.
Great pick, Tony. All right, so I threw myself a curveball here because I had a guy on my list, and I'm going to remove him from my list because I just think there's a guy that I think that needs to have a more of a rebound season than some of the guys that you're talking about. And you guys might say, what are you talking about? Whatnot. Well, I'll tell you what, he's on the offense. All right. He plays on the offensive side of the ball. And his numbers this season were doo-doo. In the words of my brother Nick, they were dookie, right? And I'm saying to myself, how does a top 10 overall draft pick suck? Like at some point, like how does he regress? You know, now he had a little injury, and you guys are probably still wondering who in the heck is Wayne talking about? What is Breezy talking about?
We know it's not Thomas.
On the offensive side, this particular person that needs to have a rebound season is offensive tackle Mike McGlinchey. Now, listen, if you've been watching our shows, look, Abel, get out my brain, bro. Stay off my notes, man. Are you watching my notes? You got cameras here or something? Listen, Mike McGlinchey, man, I'm all for this kid, all right? Now, his mentor is gone. It is time for him to say Yoda or Obi-Wan or whoever is the master at this point. The master's gone. It's time for him to become the Anakin of the offensive line. Now, I know we have Trent Williams. He's a different player. He's different. I need Mike McGlinchey to step up and ball out. His rookie year, his numbers were so high, I didn't even expect him to be as high as I thought they were when I was reading his numbers off of PFF. And then when you compare him to this past season, they were like, yo, man, like, is he really a top 10 pick? Like, did we really draft this guy this high? When we had other players we thought we should have took that. Everybody, when they drafted Mike McGlinchey, everybody was like, so I'm hoping that he has a rebound year, man. I'm not trying to draw this out and make this long, but my guy's Mike McGlinchey, man, easily.
I respect that, man. I see your logic with it. I understand it. That's cool. I'm thinking I'm gonna give you guys a curveball here. I think if this guy doesn't rebound this season, not only is he off the Niners, I think he's out of the NFL. I don't think there was another team interested in this guy. I think he plays a very important position. When I say important, I'm talking about if this position goes down, people say your season is over. However, he's someone that the Niners really liked. They picked him up early. And I don't think that anybody else in the NFL was looking for him. I'm going to say C.J. Beathard is a player that needs to rebound, okay? C.J. Beathard just – like, if it's not the Niners, who? You know what I'm saying? If you don't show up for the 49ers, what team is going to be like, yeah, that's the guy we've been looking for all along? Nobody. 90% of the Niner fans feel like, hey, we prefer Mullins over him anyway. You know? This guy is playing for not just a contract. He is playing for his lifeline in the league of all teams. So he's got to show it to everybody, the entire NFL, all 32 teams, including the Niners. That's the hardest part, including the Niners. He's got to bounce back. He's got to look phenomenal in the preseason. Don't let my guy Brock Rudder come in here and show you out. It's going to happen. But don't let it happen, bro. Don't let it happen. You got to step up. You got to show off because this is it for you. You don't make it right now, they're keeping Mullins over you, and they're going to keep Rockrutter over you as well. CJ Beathard, the time is right now, man. So that's it. I'm going to shut up. Let's see. Hold on. Are you guys telling me there's more feedback again?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So we got another topic here. We're going to keep this thing moving. I believe I am back again, right? Dark horse MVP. Now let's get the category straight. When we say dark horse, this is not your typical quarterback, right? So let's just say that we're going to exclude Jimmy Garoppolo and Nick Bosa. And then we can say anyone else. Is that fair to you guys?
I don't think you should exclude Nick Bosa.
Okay, I won't exclude Nick Bosa, but we're going to exclude quarterbacks for MVP, right?
Let's exclude the
For
quarterbacks.
dark horse MVP.
Correct. Because when does a defensive player make it's very rare that a defensive player makes MVP of a team.
I got one.
I got one too. All right,
I'm excited to tell you guys.
Okay,
all right. One of you guys are going to get it.
So Mike, you go first anyway. So
yeah, I know.
I go last.
This is why it's great. And you guys are going to love it. You two are going to love it because it's not going to take anything that you were going to say. My dark horse MVP. I think this guy has the opportunity to set the record for all-time leading scorer in a season for the 49ers. All right? All-time leading scorer in a season for the San Francisco 49ers.
So it's on the offensive side.
Nope. And not on the defensive side either. He's special teams kicker, Robbie Gould. I'm going to go with Robbie Gould for the dark horse.
Wait, this is the same Robbie Gould you wanted out.
That's the same one until he made that kick in New Orleans.
Hey,
it's the same one,
Once
Tony.
he came back from injury, Robbie Gould was on point. He said, hey, Mike, shut the F up. I did. I took my shoe. I put it in my mouth. Robbie Gould had me shut up, man. He really, really did. And I'm going to give him the dark horse MVP. Now, this is obviously not the guys that are at the top of the list. So I'm going to go with somebody that people aren't expecting. I think he can set a record, man. And not Andy Lee. Who was the kicker after Joe Nedney? He came from the Eagles. Phil Dawson.
No.
Phil Dawson was right there.
Akers.
David Akers. That's who it was. David Akers. That's who it was. Phil Dawson was from the Browns, right?
Correct.
David Akers was from Philly. David Akers was so close. He was so close. And he set records as a 49er. He was here for just a smidget. I think that this is Robbie Gould's year. I think our offense is better. I think we're in field goal position more times than not. I think we kick 3 times as many field goals as we do punts this year.
Okay.
That's how confident I am in our offense. And so I think Robbie Gould is my dark horse MVP. He's going to put up so many points that people just can't ignore him. All right, I'm going to shut up. Breezy, the floor is yours.
So I'm going to go on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm not going to go with the best player on defense. I would throw you that curveball. So it's not Nick Bosa. But here's who I think wins MVP on the defense. And I see a lot of people are saying Richard Sherman, and that's a great guess. But my defensive player goes to Fred Warner Jr.
AKA the Scraper.
The Scraper. I like that. Listen, man. Fred Warner. We did a spotlight show on Fred Warner, man. This kid came in as a rookie, started, beat out Navarro Bowman, and has been on his way, went to a Super Bowl, and has been on his way to stardom. And he's not looking to be a star in the NFL. And I think that's what I love about Fred Warner. But I think that this kid is going to be MVP. This kid was given the reins of the defense and said, hey, you run this as a rookie. And not too many players can do that as a 4 or 5 year vet. Like he was given the keys like he was Luke Kuechly. And he's only getting better and better and better and better. So my MVP, my dark horse MVP goes to Fred Warner Jr.
Great pick.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Tony. You're up next, man.
Oh, man. All right, so we're not going to do your typical Jimmy. We're not going to do the George Kittles. We're not going to do, in my opinion, the Nick Bosa. I think
Wait. Is George Kittle typical? How many tight ends have ever won an MVP for a team?
this one could. I mean, I think he could. I'll be honest with you. I think he could. He does everything so well. He's a blocker, a passer, a pass catcher. I think he could be a legit shot. But I'm gonna go like low. I'm gonna go low. There's two guys. Both of them on the offensive side of the ball. Damn. This is for the league, Mike? Or is this just a team?
This is for our team. Just on the Niners, not for the league. Just on the Niners. Somebody that, because look, right? League-wide, people, if the Niners win 15, if they go 15-1, people are going to say, oh, Jimmy Garoppolo. We know what the league is going to say. But us, the faithful, the people who watch our show, they're going to get the game-by-game breakdown. This is going to be someone that we're talking about being the man week in and week out that the league isn't going to pay attention to. They give those wins to the quarterbacks. They give those wins to the best pass rusher. It's going to be us making the headlines for this guy. This is going to be the guy that people are like, damn, man, he was really freaking good this year. You know, we're going to get these guys into the Pro Bowl. The league is going to blame the quarterbacks. They're going to give the praise to the quarterbacks and the coaches. We know what they do.
Damn, man. Oh, God, I hate this. I got two guys. One's an injury problem, and the other one is new. Oh, man. Screw it. I'm going to go with this individual. I'll just say it. And someone just said it in the chat. I'm going out on the line and saying this because we lost an excellent left tackle. We're replacing him with potentially an even better left tackle who brings nasty attitude to this line, who is potentially an equal or if not better fit. He's younger. I'm going with Trent Williams as a team MVP. He's protecting Jimmy's backside. The guy was out of football for a year. He's hungry. He's in a system where he feels comfortable in. He's with a coach he wants to be with. I'm going to go with Trent Williams. But my second guy, and he was close. Everyone said it. No, everyone said it.
Oh.
Done.
Oh,
right?
we did? No. Because what if that player still could be mentioned? We got.
Well, no. He wasn't named yet, so it's okay. It's okay. It don't, because this is unofficial. This is like an honorable mention.
But we got one more round. So what if that's my player for that round?
No, but you gave Fred Warner. This is just his honorable mention for this category.
My honorable mention for this category.
Yeah, we can do that. It doesn't count. You can still say an honorable mention. It don't matter.
I get what you're saying. All right.
It was close. It was Trent Taylor.
Dark Horse MVP.
Dark Horse MVP. Because if you look, when Jimmy took over his first year, those 5-game stretch, Trent Taylor was his security blanket. And leading up to camp, before he twisted that foot and had that Jones fracture, bro, if you listen to Mayoko, if you listen to freaking Barrows, if you listen to Lombardi, they all said he was the top wide receiver, bar none. Like, he was the best performing wide receiver in camp before that injury. So he was my runner-up.
All right.
Wait, Tony picked
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams. You had Fred Warner. I had Robbie Gould.
Got it.
We just have a couple of subjects left here. We're gonna run through these real quick. Tony goes first again, and this one is under the radar. Hey, Teron Lewis, man, thank you very much for the contribution. We appreciate it. I wonder how he arrived at 7. I don't know how he arrived at 7, but we appreciate it, man. It's a holy number. Great show, fellas. Keep up the good work.
Mike, you looking at my screen?
Oh, that's how he got to the 7. Oh, I missed it. Damn, I'm ashamed. I am ashamed. Oh my God. How did I miss that? Great contribution right there, man. Shout out to the 7s, man. Oh, the support. Have my back, baby. I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. We appreciate it, Teron. So thank you very much, man. Thank you for tuning in. And you see the comments here. Great pick, Tony. Has an offensive lineman as an MVP. Ever won MVP. You know. So good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Oh, I just want to make a quick correction. I think I said that Fred Warner replaced Navarro Bowman. He didn't replace Bowman, right? Because Bowman was gone because Reuben Foster was before Fred Warner, correct?
Wait, hold on.
Yes,
No, I think
Foster was supposed to replace Bowman, but they wanted Bowman to work with Reuben before he took over the middle spot.
Right.
Reuben was going to play the weak side until he's ready to take over to Mike. He was up to par with play calling.
They drafted Fred Warner the year after Bowman.
Yeah,
I mean the year after Foster.
After Foster, and he was supposed to play outside, but
Correct.
when Foster had his problem,
they slid him to the middle.
Take over as the middle.
Gotcha. Yep. So thank you so much for the correction out there, guys. All right, man. We are under. Let's see, where are we? Under the radar player, and Tony is up. Or no, it's Mike up.
No, it's me.
That's Tony.
I got the back-to-back now. Yeah. My under the radar guy is going to be a offensive player. I think someone might get mad at me for saying this guy. Drafted last year, played well in minicamp, fighting people, real dog guy. Came in versus the Dallas Cowboys, 2 touchdowns, ran 2 guys over while he was doing it. But he needs to come back from a big injury, a very big injury. Anytime you have an injury to your back, it's a problem. So my under-the-radar guy is Jalen Hurd. If he could return healthy to the form that he was in 2019, physical, fighting with people, blocking past the freaking whistle, and veterans were getting pissed at him, but he still was going at him. If he could come back to that and that back is healed, you better watch out because this guy is hungry, he's nasty, he's a dog, and he could ball. Jalen Hurd, under the radar.
Love the pick. Well, scratch him off that list, mother.
It's more than love. It's more than love. I respect that pick right there, man. That was a good one. Damn,
right, so
Tony.
My under the radar guy is a guy we haven't mentioned all show, and it's time he gets a mention. He's also a wide receiver. Rumor has it he's put on some weight, right? So he's bulking up. All right. Now, why am I picking this particular player to be under the radar? Well, Tony mentioned a player that scored 2 touchdowns in a preseason game. How about a guy that led the team in touchdowns with 4 touchdowns? Was it 4 touchdowns in 2018? 5 touchdowns in 2018. In a real live NFL season. Scrap that preseason. So my under the radar player is wide receiver Dante Pettis. All right, this cat is under the radar. This is it. This is it, man. He is going to be heavily scoped under the radar. He's going to be Dante Pettis is going to have to cross every T, dot every I. So if he can come in and get back to football form and continue to make plays, mind you, he had 2 touchdowns this past season, or maybe 3 touchdowns this past season. I can't remember. One in the Halloween game, and he had another one, I think, in the Washington Redskins game. Not the Redskins game. Who was it that we played earlier in the season? The Pittsburgh Steelers game. He had a touchdown in that game. So Pettis runs great routes, just needs a little bit more dog in him. If he comes back, he's going to be under the radar. He has to just do everything correct. And it's unfortunate. Like I'm no drop passes, no wrong routes. Has to look like he's diving for every thrown ball, jump to try to catch. Like he's under the radar. He's under a heavy scope. So Dante Pettis is my pick, guys.
I like it. Oh, that's a cat. Y'all, I don't know which one of y'all did that.
That's
messed
Tony
up.
freaking jokes there. All of a sudden,
That
you want
was
to be
a cat. That was a meow. Okay. All right. Okay. I see you threw me for a loop there. I like that though. Dante Pettis is a very, very good pick. I'm going to go with somebody that last year he earned a lot of respect as a starter. All right. He's on the defensive side of the ball, and someone that did not fit into any of these categories this year. And I feel like he's still got something to prove. People were saying he didn't get any picks. The position group didn't get any picks at all. I'm going to go with Jimmy Ward, our safety, right? How is it possible that Jimmy Ward could be under the radar? A lot of people felt he was a bust. People felt that he was a guy that the team should have moved on from. They weren't happy that he was playing on a one-year deal. He earned it. He's back. I'm going to have Jimmy Ward as my under the radar guy. I won't beat around the bush. And we're going to keep it moving here, unless you guys have any questions. But Jimmy Ward is my guy. Now, with that being said, this is where it gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets hard because our next topic is Defensive Player of the Year. And
See, I didn't think we were doing this because these aren't superlatives; these are awards. Like these.
What's
So the superlative is something like the stuff that goes at the end of a yearbook, best dressed, most likely to succeed, things like that. But then these are the awards that you have to, I felt like we should save these before the show, like before the season kicks off. Who's
so
going
you
to
want
be?
to skip this one?
I
Tony?
think we should skip offensive player, defensive player, like save these for a different show. You know what I'm saying? Like these. I don't know. We could do it.
Vote me off the island, Tony. Tell me you agree, and I'll move on to the
I
last
agree.
one.
I say we do a year 2 sleeper.
Now, I like that.
Sophomore. Oh, you want to change it to a sleeper? Sophomore sleeper, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let me change it. Instead of superstar, I'll put sleeper.
Yeah,
All right. So let me just remind you too that we can no longer use Deebo Samuel.
Uh-huh.
We can't use Jalen Hurd.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's it. I think
I'm so happy that I'm going first.
Oh, you mother!
I am so happy.
Mike's a cheater, yo.
Hey, I didn't make the rules because if you just didn't vote off, if you didn't vote off my last subject, I'd have been screwed here. I'd have been going last on this subject.
Oh,
you and Tony just voted off this last subject, so this gives me my room here, and I'm going to take it all the way.
Go ahead, take us home, baby.
Sophomore sleeper is going to be who is in their second year. So you're looking at a draft class and undrafted free agents. I'm going with Justin School, baby. Justin School. This guy came in and played tackle. This guy came in here and balled. And he said, hey, we don't need Staley or McGlinchey. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Y'all counted me out, right? Y'all said I was a late round pick and I didn't need to be here. I was cool. I was minding my business. All of a sudden, I'm picked by the 49ers and fans hate me. I was just chilling, right? Well, now it's his sophomore year. And what did he show us in his freshman year? That boy was good. Yeah, look. Tony want to take himself off. You see what I'm saying? He's pulling a Nick. Yeah, go over there and read. See if you can get some help. Get some tips over there, right? It's too late now. I'm going first. This is y'all fault I'm going first. Because I wasn't supposed to be going first here. I was supposed to be going last. And I was sweating. I was over here like, oh, shit. After we do this next category, I'm going to be screwed. And y'all two said, nah, Mike, we're going to vote that off for you. Y'all just tossed me the lob. Just put it up there. Right there. And you put it right by the rim. And I'm bringing it home, baby. Justin School, the sophomore sleeper. Breezy, right. It's on you.
I'm going with the unexpected. The reactions on our face was priceless when they drafted this particular player, like, because no one saw this coming. I don't care how not even the analysts out there saw this one coming. But I'm gonna go with our 4th round draft pick. Now,
let's go.
I thought he played rather decent. It wasn't until they told him that he couldn't tackle anymore to where he kind of started playing timid and stopped kicking so well.
They messed with his emotions.
Like they got his emotions jacked up. But I'm saying that this particular kid, the greatest punter for the 49ers was Andy Lee, right? So I'm saying this kid right here will replace the Andy Lee stardom in the 49ers and his legacy. All right, so I'm going with our 4th round draft pick, punter Mitch Wishnowski, motherfucker, to all ski, motherfucker.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Big Mitch coming from. Let's go, man. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. Hey, Tony, the spotlight's on you. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. You wanted this. Let's go.
God, I was holding
So
my breath.
far,
I definitely.
You know what's crazy? Hold on. Wait. No way. Do you know who is sitting there at the rim for Tony right now?
Nick Bosa.
Oh my God!
But
how is he sitting there at the rim, bro?
Because it's automatic. It's automatic, man.
No. We said they can't be included, right?
That's
not in this one.
Not in this category.
Not in sophomore slate. We said MVP. Your best defensive player and your best offensive player could not be included in the dark horse MVP category.
Correct.
We took that one off.
Included in the sophomore sleepers, year 2 sleepers.
You can use whoever you want.
Okay. Everyone screamed and yelled, why didn't they draft a corner? Why didn't they draft a corner? Why didn't they draft a corner? They signed AC as an undrafted free agent out of Missouri. But I'm going with my man, Tim Harris. Okay, my man, and Mike, we spoke about this.
Mm-hmm.
We watched preseason film. I didn't see that guy go down once. He was stashed.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I think they got big plans for this kid. And
talk your shit, Tony.
If you listen to them talk, it's all you hear is Tim Harris. We brought in Tim Harris last year. We like what we saw from him. Tim Harris. Let's see what we got. I think Tim Harris could be a sleeper and definitely a special teams contributor this year and potentially a bigger role in 2021.
Yeah, man. I love that pick, man. I see a lot of fans are saying Greenlaw. If you paid attention to the beginning of the show, we said we weren't going to rename some of the certain players over and over again. We wanted to really test our knowledge and really seek out other great talent. There's a bunch of talent on this 49ers roster, and we wanted to give out superlatives so that we had a player for each superlative that we had. Tim Harris was a hell of a pick, Tony. I totally forgot. Like, he would be one of those guys I forgot about. Like, I could have put him in my don't forget about player, and I wasn't thinking about Tim Harris. So
I mean, when they drafted him, I think that was in the 6th or 7th. I think it was the 6th round. Maybe it was the 7th round. The knock on him coming out of Virginia was he got hurt, and he was a little older than your average rookie. I think he came in at 23, turning 24. But pre-injury, if you watch this guy play, he balled out at Virginia. But and he was matched on the other side of the field with Bryce Hall. Mm-hmm. So think about those two corners on the same field at the same time. And from the highlights that I watch, I mean, I don't watch every game. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up everyone's butt, but they literally, he looked pretty damn good. I know they're highlights, but
Sixth round pick, 198 overall.
Yeah, I think that, like, I'm not saying he's a lock, but it's just someone that I'm really excited to see. But of course, with no training camp and no OTAs, it could potentially hurt him. But I just like what I'm hearing about him, like what I'm reading about him, and for them not to draft a corner high could say something.
He was the last pick of the 49ers in that draft class. I know there's a 7th round. We didn't live there, though.
And it's going to be interesting because, Woods was the DB coach last year. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what Odin thinks of him.
All right. Odin's a press guy. Get some hands on somebody, right? Ain't that what you've been telling me, Tony?
He's a physical dude.
A physical guy, man.
Can Harris do it? We're going to find out, man. Good player, Tony, and I like that you didn't take the low-hanging fruit. You could have done it. All intents and purposes, guys. We did an entire superlative show and did not name Nick Bosa.
It was too easy, man. Nick Bosa doesn't we didn't do defensive player of the year. It's possible he goes there. And
You guys rose to the challenge, man. We said we were putting this on 99, and I respect the hell out of you guys, man. Good show, fellas.
I mean, just think about it. He's not a breakout player. He's not a comeback player. He's not a rising star. We're not going to forget about him. He doesn't need to rebound. He's not a dark horse MVP, and he's not under the radar.
I think anything not a quarterback is a dark horse MVP. I honestly feel that way. I'm sorry. That's just me. That's just me. Because I think in terms of superstars, right, or public eye players, it's Jimmy Garoppolo, then George Kittle. You can switch those two around if you want. You can say George Kittle, then Jimmy Garoppolo, right? But then there's the Nick Bosa's. It was DeForest Buckner. Those guys were on the same level. And so I would not have been upset if one of you guys threw him in there as a dark horse MVP. I'm just saying I wouldn't have been upset. But I'm glad that you guys rose to the occasion. I'm glad you guys stayed true to the topics and the subjects. There was low-hanging fruit, and you guys didn't take it. You guys are freaking awesome, man. I love you guys, man.
I think the next show we should talk about the 5 captains.
The 5 what?
Captains.
How do we know there's only going to be 5?
Well, that's what they did last year.
It might be 7 this year.
And we lost. What did we lose? 2?
Let's stick with the 5. I see you, Breezy. I'm with you. Let's stick with the 5, though.
All right. Before we go, wait.
I saw Breezy grab it. I don't know what's happening, but I'm here. I'm with it.
So before we go ahead and get up out of here, I just want to show one of our.
Give me a minute.
Give me a second too. So y'all got to talk.
Tony, what the hell? You got a helmet, not a shoe.
You know what I'm saying? Like Tony done upgraded on everybody. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Y'all see what mine say right there? How we end the show, huh? Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain. But let me stop. We're not ending right now. But y'all see what mine say. Y'all see the alternate. Oh, this side. The alternate jerseys. Y'all see the color scheme over here.
So you guys,
Breezy got the away scheme on his.
I like them all whites. I think the throwback whites, man. So it's something about white being, it's just clean, right? So listen, I definitely want you guys to please support our designer, our artist. Her name is Alyssa. This is her Instagram right here at sunray_studios_design. Please go ahead and give her a follow. She wants to paint 49. She could paint anything. All right. She could draw anything and paint anything. And she wants to do some stuff for you guys. So please reach out to her. Her prices
bro.
Her prices are super cheap, like super fair. They ship them out to you in really good packaging. You can get them on this canvas like we have them. We are going to be doing a giveaway. All right. So we have one of our. She gave me some pictures that she wants to give away to Nothing But Niner fans. So I have about 4 or 5 of these. I have some, 49er color cleats. I also have some Jordans that she's painted for us.
Hands up, don't shoot.
I definitely like these, man. These are clean. You know what I'm saying? All right. And then here's my favorite Jordans right here. Those were the ones. But here go to these are my favorite. The 11s, right? So listen,
the 11s in there, man.
Listen, man, she does really great work, man. And this is not all that she does. She does cartoon characters. I can't wait to share with you what she did for me for the Black Lives Matters, man. She came to me and said, I want to do something for you. I want to do something for the culture. And I can't wait to promote that, guys, and put that out there. It's going to be really cool. And she did something for my son as well. So, guys, please give her a follow, man. That's at sunray_studios_design. I almost think I like Tony's better than all of ours, and it's because he was the last one to get it. So I'm gonna come and steal Tony's.
And if you guys have any small businesses that you would like us to promote, send us something, man. Give us something to show.
Yeah, man.
Give us something to show on the show. You don't have to send it to all of us. If it just goes to Breezy, if it just goes to Tony, if it just goes to Nick, or if it just goes to Mike, that's fine. Give us something to show. Let us support you guys. We are here for you. We are not about ourselves, guys. We are here for you. We have no problem supporting good people and good businesses. All right? That's what we're here for. Feel free to reach out to us, man. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. So that's gonna be it, man. Sunrays, right? Like that's what it's about right there.
That's what it's about, man. It's all love, man. Dag nabbit. My wife wanted me to come upstairs because Rome was hiding, And I was like, I'll be up there in 20 minutes. It's like 22 minutes later. She just texted me and said he went to sleep.
You didn't find your son?
I thought we would have been done. Look, I'm a
Hey,
bad
if it makes
dad.
you feel any better, man, my kids go to bed at around 8:30. I told them I'm gonna kiss them goodnight. 9:52, they're already in sleep, so I gotta wake them all up with kisses. So
I'm
I
about to
feel
go
you,
do the
man.
same
The
thing, man.
show was good. The show was better than we thought it was gonna be. It went
Absolutely.
longer, and I appreciate you guys for not rushing it, man. You guys are A1s, man. A1s. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. All right, man.
Tony,
Let's
any
go.
final words from you, bro?
Nah.
Nothing.
So nonchalant.
Nah. My man said I got 16 tomorrow, Mike. I'm out this month.
Yeah.
That's
All
right. Oh my God.
Breezy,
That's right.
final words from you, man.
Hey, man, guys, stay safe out there, man. Listen, the corona is not dead yet, man. So please, as the world starts opening back up, please practice the safety parts. You know what I'm saying? I was in Walmart yesterday, and it was like it was packed. Like what happened to 6 feet and whatever? I mean, the world. Look, it's not over yet. All right. So please stay safe, man. Do your best to prevent things from happening if you can. And we truly appreciate you guys, man. We love you, man. And we were glad we were able to bring you a show on tonight, man.
Absolutely. And I'm going to save mine for the very end, obviously. We thank you guys for checking us out here. Stay safe when you go out in public. But guys, we need you to have our backs. The country, the world is protesting right now. And it's all for a good cause. We tried to do it 3 years ago. People saw it. People disagreed with it. We are right back to where we started. It is time for a change. We thank you guys for supporting us here at Nothing But Niners. Just continue to have our backs. All right. We appreciate that. And guys, like, do what's right. Do what's right. If you see it and it feels wrong, it's wrong. So let's make some changes, man. All right. It's time to make some changes. It's time to continue to do the good work. We're here. We're in position to do it. And the whole world is fighting with us. Let's continue to keep that up, man. Shout out to all the faithful out there. Shout out to all the supporters of Nothing But Niners. We appreciate you guys. We truly love you guys. We would be nothing without you guys. So that's going to do it for us tonight, man. I don't have any other words. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always remain faithful.
We out of here, y'all.
Peace. 2 P.